But now it's just as easy to do it this way. So you say 2 stores on Irving Avenue?
Yeah, 2 stores.
A duplex.
Men's clothing store and Colonel Saunders Fried Chicken on the other one. Was there for, well, he still had it when he died.
Rental properties.
Yeah. But that, you know, was not that valuable at the time. On Irving Street, nothing was much value then. But that was his main investment. He never touched stocks or anything like that.
Well, real estate's good.
Yeah, real estate's good. San Francisco was wonderful after he died.
And the stock market right now is not exactly something to take comfort in.
No. No, you don't want to do that. Yeah. We used to go around and look at houses he would take seconds out on. And then he had the farm in Sebastopol. But that turned out to be, courts really raped him on that one. I don't know how, but they did.
Well, he enjoyed working with all the cows. Took him back to his childhood.
We finally sold that place up there in Sebastopol. I forget for how much, but he never made much money on that thing. Well, after he bought it, they declared it part of a floodplain. Once they do that, that kills the whole thing. Makes it so it doesn't work.
And what about Bud? He inherited some of that?
Bud inherited some. I inherited some. And then this is a long, involved story about his wife's brother came and took everything. He had the will changed and a whole lot of wax. And that's why I say, you know, what the use of accumulating a lot of money? Somebody's going to steal it or something. His brother-in-law was a, I don't know.
Well, did he pay the rest of you by the day or by the shot?
By the week.
By the week, I mean?
Yeah, by the week.
Essentially salary.
Yeah. All commish. Strictly on commish.
Oh, it wasn't a salary, it was on commish, and he'd calculate it on a weekly basis.
Yeah, yeah. You sold it for $1, you got 40 cents.
That's not bad.
Well, a lot of times you can make an extra quarter when you told them on shipping and handling. Make an extra quarter once in a while. Especially if it was out of state. Shipping and handling is 25 cents.
And if you got a reorder, that came back to you too? The reorders didn't profit you?
No, they profited him. There was a fair amount of reorders, but you know, every once in a while he'd take us all out and buy us dinner or lunch or something like that stuff. I mean, it wasn't a big deal for him.
Yeah. Well, was it hard to track? Once you were done with the immediate shoot and processing, could you? Was there some way to figure out among the older stuff which was yours and which was somebody else's? Or only
if it was within a couple months you could, but other than that it was.
You forgot. There wasn't any system.
Yeah, no, there was no system to that at all. No,
because it didn't matter.
What if you were going to have? If you're having trouble, your camera was having trouble, you were having trouble, or something was going wrong, you knew it right now. It didn't go on, so there's no need to care what happened. But during the war, the FBI came down and closed them up, and they also came by and went through a whole bunch of his films for a period of 2 years, looked at everything for almost a period of 2 years. They took all the film, brought it back to their lab and went through it. They were looking for somebody that they figured had been through. I don't know who. They don't tell you, know, the FBI, they don't tell you nothing or anything.
Yeah.
And but they, about 6 months later, here come all the film back in a big box. Joe says if I'd been smart, I would have rented it. Says I should have rented it to him.
Well, they didn't want you taking pictures of the soldiers and sailors during the war because you could tell by their uniform what unit they were from and where they were serving.
Yeah.
But he used to shoot, he would go over to, if you see some over in the films, well, it would be 42, 43, 44 would be Berkeley. It's Sailor Gate over there. That would be him. He's the only one that ever shot in Berkeley. He used to go over there during the war. And he'd go over there a couple days a week. And
Well, he shot where?
Sailor Gate, Berkeley.
At where?
University of California,
Oh.
that Sailor Gate. Remember where they had
Yeah.
Mario Como and all that stuff at that gate there? Well, he used to shoot there. And he worked on a tugboat during the war.
So why did they shut it down other than the security aspect of
That's
the...
all.
That's all. They couldn't trust that he might not be selling it to the enemy or something.
Well, he would have never sold it to the enemy.
No, I didn't.
You know, well, I mean, they just didn't want that out. That's all.
Well, they were all saying loose lips
Sink
sink
ships.
ships. You've
Right.
heard that.
Yeah.
So that was one of those things. So. But then he drove yellow cab too. And then the draft got close to him, so he took a government job that was draft exempt. Run what they call a pickle boat from San Francisco to Alcatraz. Bring water over to Alcatraz and pick up all the, take over all old soldiers' uniforms and blankets and stuff. They'd wash them and launder them at Alcatraz. They put them back on the boat and dump them in Fort Mason out there. The boat was tied up at Fort Mason. He called it the pickle boat.
So then photography picked up back in 46, 47, or earlier than that?
45.
Right at the VEVJ.
Yeah, right after the war was over. It really picked up then.
Well, there was a lot of money around then.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah.
Well, should we move out to the other place?
Yeah, fine.
Why don't I introduce here just for the record. This is Yvonne and Charlie Ruster on the 19th of January 2008. And we're at
Sheridan Hotel,
Sheraton's restaurant in Petaluma.
Petaluma.
At the Tolay.
The Tolay restaurant.
T-O-L-A-Y.
Now we've got it.
Whoops.
And for January, it's a pretty nice day outside. If we can see a little bit of outside, sun's out. Warm enough.
That's 101 up there.
101 is how I got here, right there. So I will shut this down.